Hey guys, Big Rat 310s here again to do a few reviews. I can honestly say with a tear in my eye that I'm so happy that I'm done with Ring of Honor Gabe Sapolsky version. These shows are just taking a lot out of me. I've been burnt out for a good 2 months now, but I kept watching the shows. And some have, I'll admit, some have aroused my interest, and some, like there's two in here that kind of brought me back down. Let's just get to this. This is my last reviews. I'm actually watching All-Star Weekend 6 Night 1 while I am talking. I just finished that Danielson Low-Key match. Oh my god. You know, I'll get into that in my review. So, back to basics. This is a pretty pointless show, I'm not going to lie. It had a very house show feel to it. It was called Back to Basics because they just did a tournament and 3 anniversary shows, so they wanted to do a regular show. But it was too regular. It was too average. This is why I did not like Boiling Point. It just kind of felt like a pointless show. This is mostly due to the no ROH title on the line. ROH champion was he even here? No, he wasn't even on the show. That's right. This is the first time an ROH champion did not appear on the show since 2002. So yeah, that had a big thing to do with it. Kind of tells you how important the champion is to show up at each event. I thought the Romero, Gibson, and Strong Homicide matches were both very, very good. I like the Romero one a little more. The Homicide one I found hard to get into at first. Spanky and Jack Evans I thought was really, really fun for the time it went, which wasn't that long. Anything else of note? The tag match I thought was good. Main event I thought was really good. I really don't understand the Stevie Richards thing. I don't think that went anywhere. I don't know if it did, but yeah, this was like you said, I kind of just don't care about this show. There's a lot of matches that are just not very good. There's a lot of really good matches on here as well. I don't know what to give it. I'm going to give it a 7, actually, purely because, I don't know, I found it really hard to sit through, and it's a pointless show. You know, get it on a good sale, Big Ten, like if you really need to, but I don't highly recommend it. ROH Stalemate, this is a great show on the other hand. I love how the first 2 matches were Kevin Steen and El Generico. You kind of compare and contrast them to now. Generico was very sloppy, very green. I'm not gonna lie. He botched his split-legged moonsault. He botched the move where the guy's the outside, and he pretends he's gonna do a split-legged move, and then he just does a split-legged flip back into the ring. He botched that, but yeah, Kevin Steen's match was good too. But his match with Strong was good because Strong's a good worker. What else was good on that show? Jay and Spanky was good. A little too long, I thought. That could have been a lot better. CM Punk and the MC was great storyline progression. This, in my opinion, was probably the best feud or one of the best feuds of 2005. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed CM Punk laying it to the embassy. Basically, in this match, he fought all the jobbers of the embassy. And he never got to fight Rave, but Rave came at the end and beat him up, and they brawled all over the arena. It was just awesome. I'm not going to rate this. I'm just going to say it was awesome storyline progression, because the next night was their Manhattan Mayhem. Actually, a lot of these matches built very well to the next night, Manhattan Mayhem. Joe versus Shelley versus Nigel. This is my problem with Gabe. This match kind of makes no sense. Basically, if you get the pin, you get a number 1 contendership to the pure title. The person you pin is eliminated from the match. You, since you already won the title, are eliminated from the match. And then there's 2 people left, and those 2 people fight, and the winner gets a world title shot. Shouldn't the world title shot go first? Because if what's your incentive to make the pinfall? You'd only be going for the secondary title. So why would you want to make... What you should do is just get out of the way of the match, let the people pin, and then you can have a guy one-on-one. Really, this is just really, 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 really stupid, I feel. And also, why does the fact that the 2 people fight for the world title? There's 2 people fight for the world title. The guy who won the match, if it was any of the 4 corners 5 would have won the match, does not get a chance to fight for the title because he already has a title shot. Stupid. Makes no sense. Match was very good though, so not going to complain too much. Aries Gibson was great. I thought this built well to their feud. My only problem with it was this ending was it was a screw job ending just to build up to their next match. But then the ending to that match wasn't very good. I'm talking about their final showdown match where Aries won, because they were both on the top rope, and Aries basically spine-busted him off the top rope out of nowhere. So, that's another problem. It didn't really build to a more satisfying ending, but it was still a great, great match. Gibson was just awesome in 05. Deranged and Homicide was the second best match of their feud. I thought this was really fun. A little sloppy, But, the fans played well into it. I thought Homicide's thugs played into it. Joe and Lethal came out to attack the thugs. So, I thought it was good for the most part. Ooh, wow, that must have hurt. Okay, then we got the Chicago Spectacular Night 2. I thought this was a very good show. The 6-man's a lot of fun. Kikutaro was just awesome. Like, if you don't know who Kikutaro is, get out of the rock where you're living, because Kikutaro is so funny. Basically, he's this Japanese wrestler who wears this plastic inflatable mask, and he's just a really funny guy. And this was a very funny 6-way, him against all the kids in the ROH school. For the most part. Actually, no, not all of them. You know what I mean. The guys that they stick on the show in the 6-way matches and, openers, stuff like that. Dropping matches. Good match. Homicide Chicago versus Seth, the main event. The Joe and Davey versus the Briscoes matches. I thought the Joe mark was a little too short. For how long it went, it was great. But it went very short, so I'll say it was good. Davey J, I thought was good. That I thought went a little too long, actually. I thought it was like 17 minutes. I thought at the end it kind of dragged. In the beginning, it kind of dragged a little. Aries and Strong versus Daniels and Cross. This was very, very good. Matt Cross showed the skills that he could produce in the ring. I thought this would have been better, but it was still very, very good. Almost a 3 3/4 star match. So I'm not really, going to complain too much. Homicide and Pierce was almost great. I can't really call it an acceptable ROH cage match, because I expect ROH cage matches to be 4 stars or higher. But this was still very, very, very good. Great psychology, great intensity, great storytelling. I thought this should have been higher on the show, actually. I thought it should have been after the Davey J match. Would have been better, in my opinion. Very good. Got a nice reaction from the crowd. This is probably Adam Pearce's second best match in Ring of Honor history, behind his match with Brent Albright at Death Force Honor 6. But this was still very, very good. Really enjoyed it. Ended the Homicide Pierce feud. The main event, I thought the main event was great. Nice elimination match. It eventually came down to Danielson and Delirious, and the crowd was going insane for Delirious. They desperately wanted to see him win this match. They desperately wanted to see him overcome all the odds. And it made for great wrestling, a great crowd, and a great story also as well. Really, really fun. All the eliminations came perfectly. I thought they all flowed well together. They all made sense. I enjoyed every one of them. I thought each guy played their part well. This is just a great main event. I would give this 4 1/4 stars easily. No problems with that. I would say this is a great show. It has an awesome match on here. It has a very, very good match on here. And 2 other very good matches on here. And a fun 6-way. Actually, this is an 8.25 for enjoyment value, because I really enjoyed this show. I enjoyed the hell out of this show. That was very, very good. Okay, next we got Battle of St. Paul. I'm running out of time. Don't want to talk too much about this show either. This show was hard to sit through for me. I thought there were 4... It's just... The problem was... they stuffed too much at you. And none of it was really, very good, where you can, appreciate it. It was all just kind of good. You gave me a match with a Dragon Gate wrestler. You gave me an Ultimate Endurance match involving 4 Chikara guys. You gave me a street fight. And then you gave me a 4-corner survival involving Jack Evans. I mean, good God. That's a lot to take in at one time. And none of it was given enough time to truly be considered very, very good. Well, except maybe the Ultimate Endurance. But, so that's why I couldn't really... BJ Whitmer Shingo was only 13 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. That could have been a lot longer, and that would have been great. So I couldn't really appreciate it. Daniel Strong, I thought, was very disappointing. This is my point about Daniel Strong. Daniels did not want to elevate the pace of the match, even though Strong wanted to. They were telling a good story up until then. The ending I did not like. It was a 30-minute match, and it ends in a countout. You just kind of feel ripped off. I was here for 30 minutes. I invested my energy in here for 30 minutes, and you're just going to end it in a countout? That's not fair. A draw is one thing. A countout? And so, yeah, because of that bad ending, and because Daniels did not want to elevate the pace, I'm actually knocking this down a half a star, actually. So, yeah, that was not a good match. Go figure. Also, Daniels' lack of effort, which is clearly seen. Main event was very good. I wouldn't call it great. I don't really know why the show was named after it. The Battle of St. Paul. I didn't think it was that great. That was very good, though. Domination. Domination's a great show. 4 corner survival, a lot of fun. Kings Wrestling Briscoes, I can't really say much about. Their final battle match and their Big Bang matches were both a lot better. But I still thought that was a very good match. Generico versus Quack and Saw was very, very fun. Very good. Really enjoyed it. Both the Matt Cross and Delirious versus Romero and Richards matches were fun. Delirious needed more time, and the Matt Cross match got too much time. So that's why the Matt Cross match was better. but just because I had more time. Delirious match, I like the pace of more. Morishima Strong was very, very good, but probably the weakest Morishima defense I have seen. I haven't seen all of them. I still have a lot more to see. But I don't know. I mean, Roderick Strong was one of the top heels in the company. Why would you want him to get babyface pops from the crowd? You know, because obviously the gimmick would be him trying to actually take down Morishima because he's strong. So I was like, why? Why? He's working in a big NRC angle right now. Why are you doing this? Jay Lethal Danielson as a bonus match was a lot of fun. Not great wrestling, but there was a lot of kids in the crowd. They played off of it, and I thought it was a lot of fun. The four-way fray was one of the better ROH school matches I've actually seen in a while. Four Corner Style was a lot of fun. Brent Albright was great in 2007, I thought. I thought he was really underrated in 2007. So overall, it made for a very, 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 very fun show, with also a pretty fun opener and a very fun women's match for the time it went. I would say this is a very fun show. I really enjoyed it. I would give this an 8 or an 8.25. So yeah, pick up Domination, Chicago Spectacular Night 2, and Stalemate. That's it. Big Red 310. No more ROH reviews. I'm out. Peace.